Now let's introduce synthetic division. Synthetic division is just a way on how we can divide a polynomial with a binomial. So a polynomial with two terms and x to the power of 1. Okay? So the synthetic division will just consist on taking the coefficients of each variable in the polynomial and divided by the root of the denominator, or whatever is the number that makes the denominator equals to 0. Okay, so how do we do this? Let's evaluate this example. We have this division. It says x to the 4th power plus 2x cubed minus 23x squared plus 3x minus 18 divided by x plus 6. The first step to do is to evaluate what makes the denominator 0, or what is the root of the polynomial in the denominator. So the denominator is x plus 6. Then we just equal it to 0 and find the value of x, and that will be minus 6. Then we take this number and start our synthetic division. So we take minus 6 and divide it by all the coefficients in the polynomial in the numerator, okay, in the top part of our fraction. Remember, it's just the coefficient. Another thing to point here is make sure that you have your polynomial in order. So it means that starting with the leading term, which is the one with the highest power, and then in decreasing order. Okay, so we write down the coefficient. We have the x to the 4th is multiplied with to 1. Then we have 2 minus 23 plus 3 and minus 18. Now we draw a line and take the first number down. Okay, so we take 1. The next step is to say minus 6 times 1, and then we write the answer in here. So minus 6 times 1 is minus 6. And then we add or subtract these two numbers. So we have 2 minus 6, and the answer will be minus 4. And then we do the exact same process. We have minus 4 times minus 6. That will be positive 24. Then minus 23 plus 24, that's just 1. Then 1 times minus 6 will be minus 6. 3 minus 6, that will be minus 3. Minus 3 times minus 6 will be plus 18. And minus 18 plus 18 is 0. Okay, so this number right here, we call it the remainder. Okay, so when the remainder is 0, which is this case, that is 0, it means that minus 6, so this number right here, is a root of the polynomial at the top. Again, when the remainder is 0, it means that this minus 6 is also a root of the polynomial at the top. How do we check if this is true? Well, we just substitute minus 6 into the polynomial at the top, and then we have minus 6 to the 4th power plus 2 times minus 6 to the 3rd power minus 23 times minus 6 to the 2nd power plus 3 times minus 6 minus 18. Minus 6 to the 4th power is equal to 1296 plus minus 6 to the 3rd power is minus 216 times 2 is equal to minus 432. Then we have minus 23 times 36. It will be minus 828. Then we have 3 times 6 minus 18. Then minus 18. This parenthesis should not go here. Okay, now let's solve this. We have that a total of 0. Okay, if you don't believe me, I invite you to put all these numbers into your calculator and check my calculations. Okay, so by us having this polynomial being equal to 0, it means that -6 is a root of this polynomial. Now, how do we write this polynomial in a factor way? Well, we just take all these numbers here at the bottom and write it as a polynomial style with 1 degree less than our original one. And our original one has a degree of 4. Now we write it with a degree of 3, being these numbers the coefficients. So we have 1x to the 3 minus 4x squared plus x minus 3. And all this multiplied by the factor that we found. We found that x equals to -6 is a factor, so x plus 6 is how we write it, and then we have the solution, the factor of this polynomial right here. And that is how we use synthetic division to find the factor or to divide a polynomial with a binomial with the power of 1.